welcome back to the library. Welcome to post-match. I'm here with our two newest players, Frankie and Paul.
Hi there.
The winner and the sheriff from our last game. Before we get into these categories, how did we feel about this? You were talking about a different version of this game you had played before.
Yes, so I have my own version of this that instead of cards, it is dice. So you have to roll the dice, and depending on whatever picture comes up on the dice, it determines what you get to do. So it's not so much I'm going to hold on to these cards and do what I want to do when I do it. It's literally just luck of the dice. So it kind of adds that whole random aspect to it to where it's like, what am I going to be able to do this turn? Mm-hmm. I have no idea.
I like that. I like that this game has a few different versions. I know that there are some games that have multiple versions. Like I know Monopoly has Monopoly cards. I know Catan has Catan dice. But like, I feel like this game kind of does that the best, where the different games do still hold the same core game in it. Have you ever played this before?
Never. This is the first time I ever played it, and honestly, I did enjoy it. I'm not good with seat games, but I do enjoy playing them. Just because it just adds chaos to your friend group. You're like, oh no, you're the bad guy. How dare you? I'm actually the good guy. Wait, what?
You killed 3 people. You're like, yeah, it was a joke.
For the goodness of the good.
Hey, like I said, the Gatling gun was fair.
You started with random chaos. Yeah. Everyone gets a shot.
So we'll start with our first category. Like I said, this is mostly for me. It is box fit. Out of 10, how do you like how all of the components of the game fit into the box?
Very travel friendly. Definitely can just pop it on your backpack or your duffel if you're whatever you're traveling about, or a car or something, and it's just hey, let's play this game. We got this. So I do like. I mean, a lot of different games today have that mobility where it's just let's bring it on and have a session.
Yes, it is small, which is definitely nice. I am slightly OCD though, so I have to have every specific types of card divided, and sometimes, even though it's everybody else may be like, I don't understand the problem. To me, it just sometimes drives me crazy, and that's my only issue with this. But other than that, there's really nothing problematic with this. It is very small and concise, and everything fits in nice and neatly.
I'm kind of the same way, where I'm not a big fan of this because it is just all the cards go there. The bullets go underneath it, stuff goes over it. It should fit, but when you're moving this stuff around, a lot of the cards get jumbled. So, yeah, I would give this probably a 6 or a 7 out of 10. What would you guys give it?
I would probably give it a 7.
If it had one more slot than 8, but I would give it a 6 or 7, honestly.
Okay.
Because I do like that separation of like, after I travel about and try to find the cards, like where's the bullet, where's this, where's the... It's all mixed together. I can understand that aspect of it.
So our next category is the rules. Now, I know you've read the rules before. I don't think you read the rules. I think I explained the rules to you.
No, this is the first time. Honestly, it's pretty straightforward. It's just trying to remember which one is which was. You saw that I kept asking like, okay, what's the rule on this one again? Mm-hmm. What's the rule? This one, like, okay, cool. Distance, mobility, and then just like, all right, duel is anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the rules, I feel like they are easy to understand. However, there is a lot of different cards and situations that can happen. And with the vast difference of things that can happen into the game, it does create a lot of... I have to remember a lot of different things. So sometimes that can be a little bit difficult until you play it a few times and you get used to it.
Mm-hmm. So out of 10, what would you guys rank the rules of the game?
I'd say an 8. Because everything is pretty straightforward. It's just the number of it makes it a little difficult. And like, I got to remember each and every one. Like, I forgot what General Stores was. I forgot what the range of the duel was. And then it's like, oh, is this taking the card away, or is this just like me picking or you picking?
Yeah.
Yes, I'd probably agree with that with an 8.
Mm-hmm. I'm also going to say 8 for that. It really just comes down to the pure quantity of things that have their own rules.
So much you can do.
Our next category was gameplay. We are literally fresh off of finishing play-by-play. We had a slice of pizza. We had a quick cry about things that happened. Out of 10, how did you enjoy the gameplay of it?
I'd say a 9. Honestly, it's just really fun. Like halfway through, it's like, okay, I know so and so is going to be the outlaw, so and so is going to be the deputy, but are you actually the deputy or are you actually an outlaw? And then it's just like, all right, 50-50, they're going to be the renegade, but it's like, I already know it's everyone knows who I am. It's like, all right, just gotta go forward with like I'm going to die at some point, and then somehow I magically lived.
I honestly give this a solid 10. I might be a little bit biased just because I have played this game before, but it is a ton of fun, and every single time you play it, you have different role, different people. If you rearrange how you guys sit, you're going after, like, you're like, oh, I can't reach so-and-so, I can't reach this person.
When they got the horses, was just like,
I can't
On either side of you got a horse, and they're like, we're out.
So it creates just enough, like, change each time that you play it too, that it is a ton of fun, and it's not the same thing over and over again. It's different each time.
The characters we had, I don't feel they came in as much as they could have, but there are certain games you play where you're like, your character abilities define the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I just couldn't keep enough cards in my hand to be able to keep reviving myself.
You got hit with that dynamite, and I was like, oh, it's a downhill battle.
That was the rough one for me. I was like, I got enough cards. Like, oh, hey, look, I took a shot. Let me discard two. Good. And then that dynamite, I was like, oof, I ain't got that many cards.
I feel like with the number of different characters, personas that you could take, that can definitely change the theme of the match. Of like, all right, is it going to be Lucky Duke? Is it going to be Vulture Sam? Who is it going to be? Like, and then just like what their role is. So that'll alter like how you go about straightforward. Am I going after the sheriff? Am I going after someone I think is a deputy or Vulture, or someone, or sorry, renegade? But it's just like who's who. I mean, there's plenty of cards on who it can be. We only touched the surface of Calamity Janet, Vulture Sam, Lucky Duke, Pedro Ramirez. Like, that will definitely impact how you play the long game.
We played 6. I think there are 16 or 20 characters total.
How many max can play this game at one time?
7.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that'll definitely change it up.
Our next category is a bit of a smaller one. This is short-term replayability. So we just finished this game. 1 through 5, how likely are you to be like, let's play another round?
I'm ready to play again now. 5 out of 5.
Okay, personally, I would say 3 or 4, only because the game itself is lengthy, where it's like, we just went through, well, almost into an hour of finishing just one game. It's like, okay, we got 1 or 2, but it's definitely replayable, just in like the same like party household setting or whatever.
Yeah.
But not where it's like, all right, 7th game, let's go. It's like, really? Calamity Jane's gonna kill me again. I can't do it.
So inversely, we have long-term replayability. So we just played this. The next time you guys are back in New York, a few months from now, how likely you'd be like, can you bring Bang to the game night?
I would say 5 out of 5 on that one, just because like the next time I end up here in New York, I'm just like, all right, let's play this again. Hopefully, I'm a sheriff or not an outlaw, but I can do that.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I'm definitely 5 out of 5. I've played this before, and I will always play it again.
So this final category, this is the most objective category in the game. Out of 10, how'd you like it? I know we said this was fun, but if you were to put a number to that.
9, only because I would say it's like, me personally, it's like, all right, which this card again? And like, what do I do again? No, am I playing this right? But I mean, any game, board game, card game, whatever, it's like it's gonna have its rules. You just gotta adapt and learn. And just like once you get into it, it is replayable. It is fun, and it's just a good time for everyone.
Yes, although I love this game, I'm gonna give it a 9, just because I know even when I first played it too, it could be a little bit stressful. You're like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't have no idea who anybody is, and I'm still confused. I'm supposed to kill who now? Or I'm supposed to go after what now?
I mean, you just go with the Gatling gun every single time, like, you know what, everyone.
Well, yeah. If I got
the sheriff right there.
Gatling gun.
Sheriff of the Chaos. Gatling gun.
But I know, like, same thing as Chrome. When I was Renegade the first time, I was like, I'm killing the sheriff, right? No. You want to kill the outlaws first, and then you got to kill the sheriff. It's like, okay, that's a little confusing until you finally get used to it. But once you get used to it, then it's like, okay, I got the hang of this. This is no problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
Then it's let's just keep going for it. So that's the only reason why I bring it down 1 from 10 to a 9.
That's fair. I think that's a good critique of it. I'd probably give this an 8 or 9 as well. This is a game that I think engages your brain a lot without having to make you think so hard, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you're involved in it, but it's not like you're solving calculus or whatever. It's just like, okay, I gotta think a bit.
It's not like trying to remember like this phase and it's like I gotta pair the two and like, wait, who's the killer again?
Yeah. So these scores add up to 50.
Okay.
We have been averaging around 32 or 33. A lot of middle of the board, a little bit above. I always say for the first few games we had, they're not bad games, but you can find better games. And you can also find much worse games. Today, we've just tallied up the scores a second ago. Paul, out of 50, you gave this game 42.
Okay.
A bit higher.
Just a wee bit.
Frankie gave this game
Smidgen.
44 out of 50. This is the highest ranked game on the channel now.
Rightfully so.
And I was going to say, and it has rightfully earned that because it is such a fun game. We could sing its praises here for another 10, 15 minutes. But it is genuinely one of the better games in my collection, in my opinion. It is a lot of fun. It is a game that you can always come back to. It's not that game where you play it once and then you're like, well, in 3 years, I can't wait to try it again. Is there anything else about this game you guys want to talk about while you're here?
It's kind of difficult when the sheriff is just all about chaos.
Hey, until I know who my allies are, you are all suspects.
That's fair.
That's the way I play.
That's how the West was won, my man.
Sometimes it goes poorly, as it did this time for me. Other times, you know what? I look around and go, well, that's a lot of bodies, but I'm still alive, so I win.
This is a very fun game. This has been post-match for the game Bang. Once again, I am joined by our special guests, Paul and Frankie. Hope to see you guys next month for a new amazing game. See you later.